Welcome to the Jokebudd show. I'm so happy to be with you guys today. I appreciate the love y'all been showing me. I've been getting mad love from the Jokebudd show. I said it was going to be the flagship show. Y'all took that and ran with it. So much love to y'all. Much love to y'all. I appreciate all the feedback I'm getting, all the thoughts, concerns, constructive criticism, things I should work on, so on and so forth. I appreciate it a lot. And that brings me to what I want to talk about first. I wasn't even going to drop none of those episodes. Anything I did under Broken Studios, they were all dark. The lighting was terrible. I have to tell you, from the camera view, and me processing it looked good enough. But then by the time it finished processing and going to different platforms, it got dark. I'm like, Lord, it's tough. But it's a learning process, a learning experience. And I appreciated that because it tightened me up even more. So I knew I was going to come back even better. The lighting, I'm here. You can see me. If you need more lighting, anybody, comment, DM me, text me, call me. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make sure it's light enough here so you can see my face. But like I said, a lot of people feel inspired by what I'm saying, telling me to keep going. I appreciate it. I'm not stopping. I'm enjoying this. We're running off a lot of recordings today. Getting the studio together. You can see I got my yo-yos up here. I always thought and seen other podcasting desks and other TV show desks, and they put their personality up. So I got my Pokemon cards. They still coming. Got some yo-yos. I got a moon lamp coming. I always wanted a moon lamp. Like, I love outer space and all that crazy stuff. I love it. Got a moon lamp coming. It's going to be somewhere over here. I'm going to put it. I got some stuff coming. My Colts helmet, my mini one, my big one, signed by Jim Irsay. Yeah, the big dog one. It's up by my TV. But I got the mini helmet, my yo-yos. Hey, man, this is all pastime stuff that makes me feel whole. You know, as you get older, it's those pastime things when you're a kid. This makes everything feel good. Like you didn't have a care for the world. Remember when Pokemon cards with the crazies? Me and my friends used to go to the mall every Saturday to trade them. I got a couple more coming, so it's just a work in progress, and it's building. Got my hats represented, my stickers. I just want to make my desk full of my personality. Probably another 2 weeks, I'll have more than enough stuff. I got a couple things I want to get that bring more of my pastime out. I just want a lot of my pastime things here. So makes me feel whole and like, wow, I remember those days. So anytime I'm not even recording, I can just look back and just be like, man, I remember those times. It was carefree, having fun. Just put a little smile on your face. Studio's coming together well. More paintings is up. I can't wait to really give you a tour of it when it's done. I'm gonna do that on my IG live though, because they feel forgotten about. So I'm gonna put that on there. The whole tour will be on there probably after the first week of September, and just walk everybody through how I created this space so I can create this product for you guys. I'm glad you all are here today. I appreciate it. The feedback, like I just see it, like the feedback is here. And that's just enough to keep me going, and I appreciate it. We're going to start on some lighter topics today. One thing about me, I'm a music fanatic. Shout out to Pharrell, the OG from the 757. He always said he sees sounds. I feel like I'm one of those peoples too. I could talk to a person on hearing music, and I'm like, hey, did you hear that? You hear that background vocal? Did you hear that sound? Did you hear that? Like, what? Did you hear that? I'm like, nah, I heard it. Did you hear it? Like, man, how you listen to that? And then I had to play it back a couple times. So I'm really into music. So On IG, I just started the Song of the Nights. A lot of people do Song of the Days. I'm flipping it. I'm going to do a Song of the Night every night. From now on, it'll be a Song of the Night. I think I did hers, Comfortable. Oh, what a song. Last night. So I'll have one up tonight after I finish processing everything and getting everything ready for you guys to view. But a Song of the Night is going up. I'm going to start doing quotes of the day. So I'm going to do Song of the Nights, quotes of the day on Instagram. Follow the Instagram at Jokebudd Show. So just definitely do that. I love music. Throw something at me. DM me some new music. I love it. I'm always looking for new music, people who feeling the vibe and things like that. So, come with it. I like it. Another dream of mine after we conquer this podcasting thing is to help or curate the next QC type of music label here in the DMV. I think a lot of our talent here gets big when they do, if they can, because it's hard to make it out of the DMV. It is very hard to make anything out of the DMV. It's tough. We'll get into that another day. But either they leave or they don't pan out for so many different reasons. But I think there's a lot of talent in the DMV where we can have our own music label, and it could be successful. So I want to be a part of that later. That's like another long-term goal. Right now, we focus on these podcasts, getting these supporters up, making this a brand. And that brand will be Broken Studios, powered by the Jokebudd Show. But on another tip about music is the verses. I wish I could have got started before the whole Dipset versus the Locks. Let me tell you one thing. I love Dipset. Me and my friends, all we want to do is be Dipset, most of us. It was the Fly Guys. I'm not big on anything New York, but I am big on Dipset. That was the one exception, one of the few exceptions, Timberlands, things like that. And those are my guys. Plain and simple, Jadakiss put on a legendary performance where I was hurt, but and I wanted to turn it off. But one thing about me, I'm always en route of greatness of any kind. Any kind of greatness, I'm en route of it. So I was just stuck in awe of somebody just having an out-of-body experience, me learning more music about Jadakiss. I always thought he was great, but I didn't know it was that level. I have a whole nother respect for Jadakiss. Whole nother respect for him. And with that being said, I was thinking about, man, what will be the future ones that I would personally like to see? I'm big on dancehall. Big on dancehall music. I love the Bounty Killer versus the Beanie Man one. That was awesome. Awesome. And I just want to take it back to Jamaica because I feel like Vybz Kartel versus Elephant Man would be amazing. Amazing. They have plenty of rhythms, remixes, albums. I mean, all of their music just goes on and on and on. I don't know what the logistics issue would be. I don't know what's going on. But I don't know if they're considering it. But if anybody ever leaked this to them, Elephant Man versus Vybz Kartel would be awesome. They both have amazing followings. They're big. They're huge, huge followings. I mean, you can't in the streets. You can't talk about dancehall music without talking about Elephant Man and Vybz Kartel. My second one would be the production department. That would be DJ Mustard from the West and Metro Boomin from the South Midwest. I know he claims Atlanta by the way of St. Louis. So his claim to fame is in Atlanta, though. So that would be a good one. I've been on Metro Boomin for a long time. I told people, man, this guy's going to blow up. I remember when he got with the Monster tape of Futures, and I said, man, this Metro Boomin is different. Very, very different. Like I said, I see sounds, and DJ Mustard been killing it on the West, and he's a vessel for the West. So they both kind of sort of popped at the same time. I don't know, they came in the game at the same time. I think they like popped at the same time, around the same time. So that'll be a very, very unique versus DJ Mustard versus Metro Boomin. Man, that'll be good. Like they could bring the artists out. They could make one whole big performance. And my last one, but definitely not least, is the one I want to see, and that's the Battle of the Carters. That'll be Lil Wayne versus Jay-Z. I don't know if people understand how great Lil Wayne really is. Starting at 14, to be on that path of greatness and to conquer it and to kill the hype, almost in a LeBron James sense. To start that young and people crowning you the next up, you the one, and he delivered. I mean, hits after hits. Underground mixtapes, commercial hits, and Jay-Z speaks for himself. He speaks for himself. Not to get off topic, and I didn't want to really talk about it, but I'm going to start with the whole, I don't know the whole story, but I'm hearing that Jay and his wife, Beyonce, got some type of ad going on. I remember he sold his, I think half of his Ace of Spades brand to the Louis Vuitton Moet people, that big conglomerate, and they also acquired Tiffany and Company, and they had an advertising marketing campaign, and Beyonce had a diamond on, and they said it was stolen from the Native Americans, and we should be appalled to have it. Okay. I don't know if you know this, but let me educate you. Native Americans enslaved black people as well. She was probably using it. Come on. I mean, don't jump on the high horse just because you know a little bit of something. Native Americans enslaved black people too. She didn't do nothing wrong. I mean, if you want to throw her under the bus, I mean, who else they going to have to represent us? Jay-Z and Beyonce, I think, are two good enough examples to represent the black culture. Let's not stop throwing our people to the ground all the time. We are all we have. We are a minority. All right? So, get that out your mind, that there's innocent people, but you had to look deep inside yourself. When people always say in the black community, oh, I have Indian in me. Let me tell you, that's not no teenage love affair or no arranged marriage. Why you have Native American in you? It's harsh, but it's facts. And I got to bring you facts here. You don't have to listen, but I got to bring you facts. Native Americans enslaved black people as well. She used the diamond for a campaign which she's in part of. She did nothing wrong. We can't be our worst enemies no more. That's got to stop if we are going to be better people. And that just bothered me. I'm like, other than probably who? The Obamas? I mean, gosh, give them a break. People are trying, man. They are trying. They are trying. It's not that deep. It's just an ad campaign. If you was in her position, you would wear it too. You would. Now, if you're from another race, nationality, I can get where you're coming from, I guess. But if you're black or minority, come on. Stop. Stop running with stuff. Stop. It's not cool. It's not cool. Number 3. I'm going to stay on the music tip. Because this is one of my favorite rappers. One of my favorite rappers. Man. Kendrick Lamar announced he has a new album coming out. And reports are saying it's going to be called Okay Llama. Okay. I'm with it. I've been waiting. We all been waiting. But this is going to be his last album with TDE. I was like, whoa. And it kind of sucked the air out the room for me a little bit when I heard it. But then I was like, think about it. In the passage he wrote, he said he's been down with them for 17 years. Let's let that sink in. Have you ever been in a job for 17 years? Exactly. So with that being said, 17 years down, being loyal, being a heck of an employee. Come on, man. This is not about him wanting more or this or that. This is just about growth. And that's what I want to get to. The man was J Rocks, who's another rapper from TDE, who was their flagship star at first. He was J Rock's hype man. That's what I'm hearing. That's the reports I'm hearing. He was the hype man at first. Developing to his own individual artist, became big. I mean, rivals with Drake and J. Cole. How big can you get? Number one's Pulitzer Prize winner. I mean, come on. He's done more for that company than they ever thought he could. I think he's paid his dues. 17 years. A lot of our marriages are not lasting 17 years. So it's about growth. And I want to elaborate on that to a point like, hey, man, when enough is enough, you know it. You feel it. And you have to move on. You got to find that hunger again because you get complacent. You get lazy. You get comfortable. Maybe that was the whole reason he didn't want to put out an album in the first place, because he felt like he was just made. Maybe if he starts his own, he's more hungry. So we go back to the K-Dot era, and you really get to hear it again. It starts snapping. Because he's doing it for himself and himself only. So when, like myself, and I'm nowhere on his level, of course, that when it's only you, you have no choice but to fight every day. Every day you got to fight. Every day you got to fight if it's just you. But when it's a group of you and you have a backing, a brand, you can take a day off. You can take a trip to the islands. You can go to Dubai. You can go to Vegas and chill. You can go mess up some commas. But when it's just you in the Terror Dome. You're fighting every day. So maybe he needs to find that hunger, that fight. And that's all about growth is. That's where the family, friends, coworkers, and jobs, like, you know when enough is enough. Now, if you choose to stay, you choose to stay. But that's on you. That's on you. But it's all about growth. Like, we got to grow. We has to grow. And with that growth, I'm going to spin that off on family traditions that are curses. Family traditions that are curses. It's a lot, especially in the black community. And I know that's in the white community as well. And anybody who can relate to that, I think it dampens us more being black. And what I want to tell people is I'm questioning you because you're watching this, and I need you to ask yourself, are you going to be the change? Does it stop with you? And that's what I plan to do. Is it be the stop with me? It starts with one. It's going to be a dark and lonely path when you want to be the change to family curses. I'm not talking about your immediate family, but the whole mother, father, aunt, uncle, cousins thing, like the whole regime. It's going to start with you, and it's going to be a dark, lonely path. They're going to look at you like you're the bad guy. You switched up. You changed. You acting funny. You know why? Because you are turned into a foreign language to them. They don't understand you. They don't understand you. So when you say enough is enough, I'm not doing that, they may ostracize you, play you 50, like half and half. But you got to remove yourself. It's growth. And you can come back and get them. I'm not saying leave them forever, but show them a better way. And that's what I plan to do, you know. You can stay in the fight and also progress too, but you got to be wary of them bringing you down. Because if you have one or two down moments, you become one of the pack. So this work on being the change. It starts day by day. It's not going to be no overnight thing, but just work on being the change. My grandmother, God bless the dead, rented this house on Earl Street. She was a daycare teacher. I should see her grind every day. I should take her knee highs off when I was a little boy and then give her feet massages. And she would take care of all these people and like these grown people in the house. And her big bedroom, she had like 3 or 4 beds up in there. And like everybody slept everywhere. I slept in another room, but close enough. And it's like she sacrificed so much for the sake of the family. And I felt like it's my duty for her doing that to do whatever I can in my space now. Because she died with nothing. And we were lost. and people finding their way. And I was a child, so I couldn't even really find my way yet. But some found their way, most didn't. And you really got to ask yourself, we want to start leaving legacies behind. And I just felt like my grandmother gave so much of herself that she had nothing left to give when she died. But she left a legacy of hard work. Like, my grandmother worked hard. But I told myself, I'll be darned if I'm working in my 40s, late 40s to my 50s for minimum wage just to make something work for the sake of others. I need to strive for more. She did that so I didn't have to. And I looked at it that way. She did that so I didn't have to. She sacrificed so that her grandkids, like myself, could have a better life. And I don't want to fall on that path, because that path is deep and it's dark and it's drowning with drugs, alcohol, you name it. And it all seems like love at first, but that's not love. That's not love. That's not how you want to live. That's not how you want to raise children and things like of such. But you have to be the change, you know. And it's hard, especially when you come from a black family, you know, because you start speaking too much, man. They're looking at you funny. You know the way. As you grow up, you learn the way of the fam. So once you start speaking differently, it's like a foreign language and they don't understand you. So you may have to step away for a while and then come back and get them, almost like some savior type thing, and show certain ones the way. You know, I just want to sacrifice in a different way, and that's what I chose to do. That's what I chose to do. So before I move on, I just want to let y'all know, be the change for your family. And if you don't have any family curses or negative traditions, that's great. Just make sure you're capitalizing on that, because a lot of black families suffer from that, and even some other races. But the black family is hampered by that, especially from the crack epidemic era. We playing catch up still, and it's 21. We're talking about 89, 90, 91. Like, we playing catch up, and it's still a race. Look at the violence. It still goes on. These kids are lost, and some of these kids' parents was kids of the crack epidemic parents, and you just want more for them. So you got to find that new age range in the parenting these days of how much is enough. And because, when you grow up in that crack epidemic era as a child, you're going to experience some things. And sometimes you're going to go to your room as a child. I'm talking early 90s, mid 90s, late 80s. And you're going to tell yourself, man, if I ever have a family, I'm not going to do this. So you remember that. So when you have kids, you give them more leeway. And it's kind of a bad thing that we've done, because it's like the younger generation is just running more rampant. I don't know if it's because of parenting, social media, access. I don't know, but sooner or later we have to get to the bottom of it. But like I said, just be the change, and the change starts with you. Just be that one. Be that one. Just be that one. Number 5, I was talking to a coworker about him getting up in the jam about some things, and I asked him, like, what happened? He's like, man, I was supposed to be this, and this. I was supposed to come to work. I said, look, man, life is not difficult. It's not. It's not. Life is real simple. We make it difficult. I could throw some Nostradamus type lyrics or metaphors at you to make you be like, oh. No, it's not that. It's simple. And I told him, like, it's all about being where you're supposed to be at. That's it. That saves you a lot of hell, just being where you're supposed to be at. If you're supposed to be at work, unless it's extreme emergencies involving your immediate family, be at work. Be at work. If you're supposed to be taking care of your kids, take care of your kids. The lines get construed of what you're supposed to be doing when you're offsetting yourself from the path. So if you're supposed to be taking care of your kids, go take care of your kids today. If you're supposed to be at work, go to work. Be where you're supposed to be at. Because once you start moving, you're just out here and you're susceptible to anything. So I just want to let that be known. Like, being where you're supposed to be at is key. I don't want to get too crazy deep into it, but just apply it to your life. Just be where you're supposed to be at. A lot of people gonna come to you saying, man, I was supposed to have been here, but man, I got caught up here. I'm like, nah, that's not it. Be where you're supposed to be at. And I know we're adults and we can do our lives, but don't look at it like that. Be where you're supposed to be at. You'll save yourself a lot of situations. I want to get into something I felt today. For the first time in my life, I'm setting up the set, recording, sound checks going great, replies coming. One of the Facebook posts was trending. I mean, I'm getting all this mad love, and I'm working and things like that, and I'm sound checking and I'm recording something, and then I was just like, man, I love you. And I was talking to myself. I never once ever in my life told myself I love you. So I'm going to ask you guys, have you ever told yourself I love you? And it took me being in my purpose for myself to tell me, myself, I love you. And like, I can't tell you how that feels. Like, I felt like Andre the Giant, if you know who that is. If not, look him up. Like, I felt that big of a person. Like, I finally told myself, I love you. I love you. It's like, I know it now. Like, I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And it's weird, man. It is weird, you know? And it's weird. And it's so weird. It's so weird because I want this bad. And it's like, this is my purpose. Just like when it was so dark in those last episodes, I was upset. Man. But now it's lit up. And I have all these lights in here. I'm going to show you guys that I can do it. Like, and when I seen it and it's coming together, I'm like, yeah, this is it. This is me. I'm going to show y'all what's up. Like, we're going to make it out of here. Somebody from Alexandria, named me, is going to make it out of here and have a message for people with content. Not on some whatever else, but something that you can apply to your daily life. And it means something to me to leave you guys with something every time I post, not just some gibberish things and whatever else you can throw out there, the flyest stuff, the coolest stuff, the hippest stuff. But I'm leaving you with content that can help you, potentially. But the first time I ever, and I caught myself, I said, I never told myself I love myself. So I just want to ask you guys, man, have you ever told yourself I love you? And if you haven't, maybe you're not moving in where you need to be, because I never felt this way until now. I haven't. I have not ever. And I've been loved by other people. I've loved other people. But I never once ever told myself I love you. Like, myself. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it's big. Like, it freaked me out for a minute. And I was like, man, I know I'm on to something. I know it. Like, I knew that once these lights come in, I'm going to get more comfortable with the microphone. I'm not as nervous this time. It's just a lot's going my way, and I appreciate it, and I feel blessed because of it. I feel blessed. But it's not without y'all who listen and watch this. And I just thank y'all, man, for just rocking with me. And we got so much further. It's only the second episode. Like, we're going to do so many things together. It's going to be like, man, like, we've been together forever. It's a lot that's going to be going on. A lot that's going to be going on. And that just segues me to my other point. When you feel like you haven't heard that, tell yourself that, and you can't genuinely say that to yourself, just know, man, whatever you're doing, just don't give up. Don't give up. It's too easy. I'm telling you, I've been in the trenches for years. Years I've been in the trenches, just doing my own thing, learning life, and not listening to what I should be listening to. Just don't give up. Just try to walk the right way. Do not give up. Don't. I've been the way you've been through. If I haven't been through the same situation, I feel the same hurt you've been through. And I'm here to tell you, I've come out. Even if you go to a dark tunnel and you don't see no light, just keep walking. As long as you don't feel no wall, just keep walking. Just keep walking. I'm telling you, you're going to see the light soon, but you got to go through it. You have to go through it. Do not give up. And just know, when you start your journey and your passion, like myself, nobody's coming to save you. Nobody. It is on you. When I posted those 3 episodes, I felt so alone. Like, oh man, I just wanted somebody to come cover me and just hug me and like, it's gonna be okay. Like, but that would have been the wrong thing to do. It just made me hungrier. So now I'm like, man, my lighting is bad. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta be more comfortable. I'm not me on the microphone, and people still looking through all that and saying, I hear your content. I can see it, man. Like, you're built for this. And it's like, what? I am? And it's those little things like that that's going to keep you going. But it's not nobody's coming to save you. You have to put the work in. Put the work in, and it's going to work. Just find something you're passionate about. That's all I'm going to say. Text me, DM me, call me. If you know me, whatever. Message me. Just find something you're passionate in. And I'm telling you, you're going to find a way to make it work. Just run with the passion. Just run with it. But just know nobody's coming to save you. Just put the work in. Put the work in. I've been working all day. I love it. Like, the one thing about this thing, I could do it all day. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. They lucky I got to go to work tomorrow. Because I'll record all night and post in the morning. They lucky. But, man, I appreciate y'all. Yeah, the people who are watching the Jokebudd show, y'all are watching. Like, y'all tuned in. Y'all here for this. And I appreciate that. And I'm here for y'all. And we're going to grow this thing. And I don't know where it's going to go from here, but it's going to be fun. And I just appreciate y'all giving me the opportunity to entertain you guys and leave y'all with something. It means a lot to me. I do this for the normal people, the normal 9-to-5ers. I do. I'm just like you. If you see me in the street, just pull me, say what's up. I'm willing to talk. I'm always moving, but just let me know. You know, if there's anything I can help, we want to talk, I'm here. Just let me know. I know other people starting podcasts and other businesses, man. I salute that. More black businesses need to be building right now. This is our time to do it. We need more black businesses. Do it. Do it. And that goes for everybody. Self-enterprise is key. I can't wait for the day I can be like, you know what? I'm done with my jobs. I'm good. You know, but I'm patient, but I'm having so much fun with this. Like, I'm having so much fun, and that's so much fun, and I'm doing. I don't even care about the comeback. It's just enjoyable that in my alone time I'm building something, and that's what it is. If you build it, they'll come, and I'm gonna leave y'all with that, man. If you build it, they'll come. I'm gonna leave you with that, and I'm gonna see y'all Tuesday. I'm coming right back. So if you build it, they'll come. I appreciate y'all. I got love for y'all on this. I got mad love for y'all. I'll see y'all Tuesday, and we're going to have another loaded show, and we'll take it from there. My name is Jokebudd. And thank y'all. Thank y'all a lot. See y'all Tuesday.